Hi, these comments are for SK, and I am Michael from OTC Online TOEFLcourse.com, and you are using my free TOEFL speaking evaluation service only one time. You can't just keep sending speaking over and over and over. It costs me about $15 every time I grade one of these. It believe it or not, it does cost money. All right, so thank you for doing the practice test. So I'm going to show you what your level is right now, and then if you're interested, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the services that I have to help you improve your TOEFL score, your speaking, writing, and everything else you want to work on. Even if you don't want the TOEFL, but you just want to improve your English, my online TOEFL course will definitely help you improve your academic English language proficiency. All right, so the next step. Here's the rubrics, and I think you're talking about what is your favorite holiday and why. Give specific reasons and examples to support your opinion. All right, here we go. I'm going to listen to the whole thing one time. I'm not going to make any comments the first time. Then the second time, I'm going to go through and listen again, and then listen to different parts of your response and comment accordingly.
Even though there are large number of holidays in Sri Lanka, I like the Single and Happy New Year the most. There are several reasons for say that. First, Single and Tamil New Year is a very rejoice festival. For example, when I am celebrating Single and Tamil New Year with my family, I wear new clothes and eat a lot of foods and playing rejoice. Second, in that day I can visit my neighbors. For example, the neighbors are visited from house to house, and my uncle and aunt were come to my house, and we uh, joined a lot of rejoicing activities. That is why I say so.
Okay, sounds like you like that holiday. Okay, my impression here is between 2.5 and 3. I'm going to say 21 points out of 30 on this one. That's my first impression. Let's listen one more time.
Even though there are large number of holidays in Sri Lanka, I like the Single and Happy New Year the most. There are several reasons for say that.
Almost like you said the most, but you're saying the most. You like it the most.
First, Single.
Now, the problem is I have several reasons to support my point of view that doesn't really focus your response very well. If you said, because of the food and the time I spend with my family, the new year is my favorite holiday. So if you say it like that, you're more specific in the beginning and you're kind of mentioning the two key points that you want to speak about. And then you say, first of all, the new year is my favorite holiday because of the time I can spend with my family. Then you give a specific example maybe to support that, and you say in addition or second of all, this is the New Year is also my favorite because of the delicious food. And then again, you support that with a specific example. So I think you could do a little bit better job organizing your ideas. So you want to make sure you're connecting what you're doing in the beginning to the different parts of your response. You create a little bit more of a coherent idea.
And Tamil New Year is a very rejoice festival. For example, when I celebrate,
It's a very what?
there are several reasons for say that. First, Single and Tamil New Year is a very rejoice festival. For example,
I would say, sounds like you're saying rejoice festival. I'm going to say joyous. Use an adjective there. Is a joyous festival.
when I celebrating Single and Tamil New Year with my family, I wear new clothes and eat a lot of foods and playing rejoice. Second,
Now you're bringing too many things there. Let's say you spend time with family, right? So then it's time to develop that. Say last New Year, I hadn't seen my parents in more than 6 months, and when we celebrated the New Year, I went over to their house, and I was able to spend 2 days hanging out with them. Also, my brothers and sisters also came to the celebration, so it was also good to be able to spend time with my siblings. So I think if you bring up the idea, not just family food and then playing toys or something, but bring up one of those points and then take time to support that idea in more depth.
And in that day, I can visit my neighbors. For example, the neighbors are
So I think this is your next idea, right?
toys. Second, in that day, I can visit my
I would say, secondly, I also enjoy this holiday because I can visit my neighbors. It's something like that. So connect what you're saying back to the speaking prompt a little bit more coherently.
neighbors. For example, the neighbors are visited from house to house and
The neighbors are what? See, sometimes I don't quite get everything you're
day
saying.
I can visit my neighbors. For example, the neighbors are visited from house to house and
I didn't quite get that. Something ending in an AD.
my uncle and aunt were come to my house and we joined a lot of rejoicing activities.
Now, when you're speaking, you're saying, like, well, I visited my neighbor's house. We joined a lot of activities. So you have that pacing issue. Pacing is a delivery issue. So with your pronunciation, I see really maybe three things that you can work on to help you improve your pronunciation. One is your word stress, especially of the stressed syllable within the word. That syllable needs to be clearer, louder, longer, and higher pitch. And I'm not seeing you do that, right? Especially the pitch area. So then work on the word stress and make sure you're good with that. Then, two, you need to work on not just word stress, but sentence stress. This is called sentence rhythm. It's a combination of stress and unstressed words in the language. So you tend to put equal emphasis on the words, all words in your sentence. So that's not the rhythm of English, right? So in addition, once you've done sentence rhythm, you perfected that, then you can work on intonation. You need to work on varying your tone more. And I think once you have those three things going in the right direction, the final area that you want to work on is called thought groups and blending, where you learn how to pause after thought groups of maybe 4 to 5 stressed syllables, and then you also need to learn how to blend the words within those thought groups. So if you can improve your word stress, sentence rhythm, intonation, and then thought groups and blending, I think your overall intelligibility will be maybe 40-50% better than it is right now. Right now, everything that I just told you, I have specific lessons in my online course that you can begin practicing today. You'll have video lessons. You can send me feedback to see how you're doing with your practice, and I will monitor you as you're going through those lessons and through my online course. Think about it. And my course is not very expensive, the Speaking Bootcamp course. It's only $45 a month, for example. Okay, so let's let's finish up your response.
If I say so. Even
Okay, so I think that my score is pretty accurate. I'm saying I'm comfortable putting you right around between 3.5, no, 2.5 and 3, a little bit below 3 really, say 20 to 21 points out of 30. So I think you need to do a little bit better job with your organization and development of ideas, and then you also need to improve your delivery quite a bit. The language use, I didn't notice any particular grammar errors. However, you seem to be a little bit limited in your ability to explain things, using what we call a combination of both basic and advanced grammar. So if we look at the rubrics here, I'm putting you more in the two area. You have unclear articulation, awkward intonation, choppy rhythm, especially this. This is one thing I was talking about a minute ago. I think limited range and control of grammar and vocabulary. You have basic ideas are expressed. This is one of your characteristics with limited elaboration, which means not enough details to support your ideas. And that's why I gave you the score that I did.